Hey y'all, happy Saturday. So I have a little late start because me and Papa both had an eye appointment, but apparently only Papa's was confirmed, they said, but whatever. So I dropped him off and I did look on Instacart, there was nothing. Then I looked on Shipt, it was nothing. Shipt running a promotion, and it's so funny when they run these promotions, they always pull the promos off of the list. So whatever. So then I turned on Grubhub on my way to drop off Papa, and then I was setting up to turn on Uber Eats, and Grubhub sent me an order. I'll show you for Subway. I think it's going around $10. It brings me in the area where I want to shop for Instacart, so hopefully when I'm done with this, I look, there's a good Instacart order for me to grab. It is 49 degrees, and I thought it was gonna be spring. I'm getting a little chill, so I put back on my little, I call it my fall coat because I really have a winter coat. So I put on my fall coat just to keep the chill off of me at this current time. But I wanted to show a couple things. One is the instructions, the new instructions for Subway. So I show that right now. And then I have noticed that, remember I was telling y'all that I didn't understand where these bonuses were coming from because there was no bonus promotions that was running. Well, I'm finding that this bonus actually comes from when the order itself is late for pickup. Not because of the current driver, but because of, like, it's been sitting there and haven't been picked up. Okay? So, and I confirmed that suspicions with this current order. I received it at 11:40. It was set to be picked up at 11:32. So I'm gonna show you that as well. The customer only had 2 items and they're about 10 minutes away from the location. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this off, and then I'll come back and we'll see what else we can get into for the remaining of the day. All right. See you in a minute. I am back. While I was dropping off that order to the customer, I received the order for Dunkin Donuts. Now, when I got to Dunkin Donuts, this location was closed on the inside, so I had to wait in the drive-thru. I did alert the customer, let the customer know that. And from there, I decided I'm not going to that location no more. They don't package the stuff. They don't care. And it's just so irritating the way that you got to literally beg for stuff. And so, like, can you put a cover? Can you do this? We don't have this. We don't have to do it. Like, they don't have the time to do simple crap. So they're on my list of restaurants out locations that I want to go to. Now I will go to the other Dunkin Donuts that's in the area because, well, both of them, the other 2, because they package the stuff the way it's supposed to be packaged. So yeah, so while I was dropping this order off, I did receive another order to go back in the same location to pick up some items from Firehouse Sub. It's going about $16, so I definitely show you that. And when I get back, I'll let you know exactly what the customer ordered. All right, into next time. All right, so I was able to go ahead and pick up that order from Firehouse Subs. She only had 2 subs. She didn't have no drinks. She didn't have any chips, no desserts or anything like that, just 2 subs. So I'm headed to drop her off. While I was actually setting up to leave, I got this notification from Grubhub for another order to a local restaurant called Mr. C's. And the weird thing about it is the customer I'm dropping off to is 13 minutes in the opposite direction of where I picked up at. Mr. C's is probably like 7 minutes from that restaurant that I was at in the opposite direction, probably 7 to 10 minutes depending on. But I didn't know where the other customer was going to be located, so I didn't want to, you know, take any chances. Plus, this order actually was running behind in general, so today I'm just following the app. I'm not going rogue or anything like that. So yeah, so I'll let you know exactly how much the order was for Mr. C's as well as what it includes when I come back. All right, see you when I'm back. So that order from Mr. C's, I believe, was like $20, and the person had 3 drinks and a meal and some sides, I believe. But I'll show you exactly what they got. While I was setting up my vehicle for the first order, I received a add-on order for KFC, but you know, we don't do KFC. KFC dining room is still not open, and that line be long. They should have a better way for pickup orders than they have. Like the one, there is another KFC that I will go to that's in a different city. They allow for pickup orders at their door versus they don't matter what time of night. But this one in particular, no. It'd be 10,000 workers in there and they all be just sitting there. Okay, so I declined that one, and then I received another one for the same restaurant. So I went back in to ask them if it was ready, and it wasn't quite ready, so I did have a little wait to do so, but I chose to wait because the customer I'm dropping off to, I am midway to where the other drop off is, so it just made a lot more sense for me to wait versus then drop this off, come all the way back to the restaurant, and then go back past the first customer house. So when I drop off the second customer, I'll tell you exactly how much it is and what the customer ordered. All right, see you in a little bit. Hey y'all, I'm back. I have dropped the order off from the second customer, and just a little tip if you don't know, with Grubhub, and I hit that bump and everything went haywire. With Grubhub, when you have an add-on order and you add it to your queue and it's the same restaurant, something that is a tip, that like something that I do is I mark both of the orders as picked up before leaving the restaurant, because I picked up both of the orders already. And the reason why I do that, because when you get to the second customer, if you don't do that and you have no intentions of going back to that restaurant, or you're going to pass that restaurant at all, you're going to be stuck until after you deliver the order to the customer, and then you have to reach out to customer care so they can go ahead and close out that order. So that's just my little tip when it's an add-on order. Now, if it was like a stacked order or like to one restaurant, that's different. But when it's added on after you accepting the order and you headed to the restaurant, you're going through the prompts, it does that. And I just don't understand why it's no other way around that other than making it as if you went to both of those restaurants. So yeah, that's my little tip. I did go ahead and pick up another order in this area to Burger King. I've never been to the Burger King out in this area, so we'll see how it goes down. And I think this is about $11. I'll show you, and then I'll let you know what the customer getting when I pick it up. All right, see you in a little bit. Okay, so I picked up the order from Burger King. Their lobby was closed, so I had to sit in the drive-thru. And usually I just drop orders that require me to stay in the drive-thru, because I just feel like if it's a mobile order, there should be a better way for us to retrieve them than waiting in line with everyone who's ordering food. But that's just me. I don't know. Just let me know how you feel if you deliver. Do you deliver to ones that do drive-thru only? Do you prefer that? Do you prefer when you do get an order and then you find out the lobby is closed, do you drop the order? Just let me know in the comments below. So I did let the customer know that the lobby was closed and I did have to wait in line, and she said, thanks for letting me know. Then I pulled up, I always state who I'm with and what order I'm retrieving. So waiting, I get to the first one, window, he hands me, I see him hand a man a receipt, and the man gave him a look, and then he turned around and handed me that receipt. So as I was looking at the receipt, it was saying they wanted these were Whopper meals, and I'm saying this is not a Whopper meal. So finally when I got up there and the guy opened the thing, he was like, mobile order, and I was like, yes. And then he closed it back, and then another lady came, and she came with the bag not even tied up. And I was thinking to myself, OMG, what is wrong with these people? And so then I was like, ma'am, this receipt that he handed me, this was wrong. This is not what the customer ordered. Now, I was looking, I didn't know, because I haven't been to Burger King in such a long time, that I guess they have a Whopper that's a quarter pound. And so I was like, wait a minute, am I at the wrong restaurant? So I went back. I'm like, so do I supposed to be at McDonald's or Burger King? And so then she was like, so you don't have a mobile order? I said, yes, I have a mobile order. And she's like, DoorDash? No. I said, it's a Grubhub for customer name. And so then she came back with a sealed bag that's, you know, tied up. She didn't have the drink covered. That's so, you know, extra. But finally, I verified it was my order before I pulled it off. And now I'm headed to drop it off to the customer, who was about 10 minutes away. So I did check to see where I was at, because Papa did say he was thinking about taking his break. I think he said 4 o'clock. I believe he said 4. So I want to head closer to where he works. I am a little bit ways from that, so I want to get closer with picking up orders that way. So I may turn off Grubhub and then pick me up just something. They don't have a Dunkin Donuts or a Starbucks out this way, so I don't know. I may pick up a shake or something from Sonic's. But yeah, the Saturday has been busy, y'all. It has been busy, but I love it when orders are back to back. Like, keep me moving. Do not give me time to think about if I should stop or what I should eat. Anything. So I'll see y'all when I get another order. Hey y'all, happy Sunday. So I've been out here just a little bit, and I really didn't have to come out because I reached my weekly goal yesterday. And so I'm just working on my stretch goal. So I really wasn't feeling like going out. So I was like dragging my feet. I checked Instacart. It wasn't nothing that I would want to take. Of course, at this time, I still haven't been testing the water with Shipt. So I decided to turn on Uber Eats and Grubhub, and I got an Uber Eats order to Starbucks, and I'm gonna learn my lesson. I'm gonna learn my lesson. I'm going to go off. That's what's gonna happen. But the order was ready, and so I guess she felt that she couldn't hand me the order before she handed the other people their orders, because they were standing there. And I know that logic because I used to work at a bank, and we would not want to send out someone else's transaction before someone who'd been standing there, unless they had like a lot of transactions and they knew that they were going to be there for a while. But if it was like a simple transaction, we used to just wait. So finally she handed it to me, and I head to the customer, and while heading to that customer, I received a order for Taco Bell. So I thought it was the Taco Bell that was closest to where I was located when I dropped off that customer order, but it was not. And at first it was making me upset because I have Waze, that is the app that's used for navigation for Grubhub, and I have just been having an issue with it because, dude, it's like I'm going around a curve. Please stop recalculating. And it was just getting on my nerves, like mad getting on my nerves. And so got on my nerves so much, so I went to the Taco Bell I thought it was, and I ended up uninstalling the app. And then when I did that, it opened back up the Grubhub screen, and it showed me exactly the Taco Bell. And I was like, oh, that's why I was trying to get me to go this way. But it was just too much going on. So I ended up restarting it with the Google Maps, and Google Maps was doing okay. And as I was leaving that restaurant, and I'm headed to drop it off at this current time, I received another order. This is a double order. I've never done it before. This is one for Waffle House, I have to place the order. And so I'm going to, like, I guess screen record so you can kind of see exactly what I'm doing, because I've never done it before where I had to order for 2 people. I have been to places where I had to pick up for 2 people, but now I have to do the ordering. So, and I'm not 100% sure where this Waffle House is. I'm thinking it's where I think it is, but I'm not 100% sure. So, I don't know what's going on. If anybody know how to get the GPS to stop recalculating, is it because it's my phone and it's just the way my phone is hitting towers? I just wish it wouldn't recalculate, because that's very dangerous, especially when you are following directions and then you hear them say turn right and you're passing the street and you like, wait a minute, should I have turned there? So yeah, y'all, I'll be back to show you exactly how to do a double order. And luckily these customers are actually near each other. They live on the same street. I wonder if they know that they were ordering at the same place, but it's whatever. All right, let me get off of here before it gets too long. All right, see you in a bit. Get some light, but it ain't gonna happen. So let's just get this over with. So it's been very eventful. I forgot to tell you after I dropped that Taco Bell order off, or as I was doing it, I turned around to be met with a Chihuahua. He was about to take a bite out of my rear end, and I was able to shoo him away, but he was staying in the street, and I want him out of the street. I didn't want him injured or anything. But I left off saying I was going to show y'all this double order and pay for Waffle House, but that didn't happen. And the reason why that didn't happen is because when I turned on the app, when I turned on to screen record, in the app, it showed me that one of the orders was actually placed, so I was just picking up and paying for it, where the other one was an actual order and pay. So what I end up doing is just going into Waffle House and seeing there was an order on the counter. There was 1 million people in Waffle House, and there was still no order for my customer. That order was for another app for another customer. The waitress asked the cook if they had an order for my customer. They politely said no. Then the next thing that happened, I don't feel like talking to you. Then the next thing that happened is they were like, well, we can place the order. And then I'm like, okay. But then something in my soul told me to contact Grubhub. I contacted Grubhub to find out that there has been a issue since the last update, which was causing some of the orders to be flagged as ordered place, where they need to be order and pay situation. And so at first he was saying, when I contacted him, that he was just going to reassign it, because it didn't sound like I was willing to do anything further. Then he in the midst of that, she was texting me, the customer A. I have not talked to customer B, because we haven't even found if he had a problem or not. She was letting me know that she was actually in walking distance. She was at the hotel that was next to the restaurant. And so I'm like, oh really? So yeah, because I have my thoughts about delivering day or night. At first I was okay, and then I changed my mind, and I can't do that. So then he was hesitant, the rep, and then start to offer me the option of just placing an order and keeping it. No, sir. So then I told her there was going to be reassigned, and she didn't understand what that meant. So I said another driver's going to pick it up. And then so she was like, so what do I need to do? I said, there's nothing you need to do. We're just waiting for another driver. And then from there, she told me that, you know, her kids are hungry. And I'm like, I feel for you, sis, because I don't want no babies hungry. But there's an issue going on that need to be corrected. And it doesn't need to be corrected on your end, doesn't need to be corrected on my end or the restaurant. It needs to be corrected on Grubhub end. They know they have these issues going on, so there needs to be a shut-off period of certain things while they correct the issue. You're gonna lose millions of dollars, exaggeration, but it's still the best, as a company, responsible thing to do. Just like Starbucks, when you don't have the material to package these on-the-go deliveries for these apps, stop it. Literally stop it, because no one should be delivering open food to, from a stranger to a stranger. Okay? So, all in all, with that being said, I did get another order that I dropped off, and the customer still contacted me, so I ended up contacting Grubhub again, and he was like, it's already reassigned. And so I let her know it's already reassigned, and then further I let her know that someone like has it, and that she should be contacting them, or they should be contacting her. That's the way I put it. So yeah, it's time for me to go home. I'm not opening up not another app right now. I really wanted to hit my stretch goal, but sometimes you just have to throw in a towel in order to keep your sanity. It is a beautiful day today. I don't want to bring any darkness into it like I just did. All right, y'all, so when the next time you hear from me, it will be what I earned for the week. All right, peace out. Find out what I earned for the week. Let's first talk about what I earned in each platform, starting with the platform that I earned the least in, which was Uber Eats, for a total earnings of $51.57. That was for 4 trips. 75% of my customers tip. The one customer who didn't tip, for some reason this order was like $18.62, but I'm not really sure why it was that much, to tell you the truth. I'm thinking maybe it was based on how much she was ordering, where she was ordering from, and the distance, but because it doesn't really break it down for me to further understand it, I'm not sure. But that could have, based on how much I got paid, May was the reason why she did not leave a tip. And when I got to her house, she had a dog outside, and I said, ma'am, I'm afraid of dogs. I'm finna hand this food to one of these kids. But she called for one of the kids to put the dog on the inside so I can put the food on the steps and close out the order. The next platform that I earned money in was Instacart for $77.90. That was for 3 batches. The Instacart payment was $26.76, and the tips were $51.14. The last platform, and the platform that I earned the most in, was Grubhub, for a total earnings of $185.58. The delivery pay was $108.06. The tips was $67.52. And it shows this adjustment pay, which I'm not sure where it's coming from. I know that they were running a promotion. If you completed 3 orders after 5, you would get, for every 3 orders, you would get $10. But the email also stated that it will not show up until after 1 or 2 pay periods. So I'm not really sure where that comes from or where it came from. I can make the assumption it comes from that, but I guess we will find out if I get another bonus pay in the upcoming weeks. So the total earnings for the week is $315.05. So I did exceed my weekly goal of $250, and I didn't reach my stretch goal of $350 because Sunday I just had to call it quits because it just was not working in my favor. And when things are just not running smooth, I know how to step away from it. If you're new to my channel, I would love for you to be part of my village. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. To all my returning subscribers, I thank you. Everyone hit that thumbs up, and please